Let me ask you something straight from the heart. Have you ever stood up and felt like your legs forgot how to hold you? Have you reached for the railing not because it was there, but because you needed it? That's not just normal aging. That could be sarcopenia, a silent thief stealing your strength 1 pound at a time. And the worst part, most people don't see it coming not until they're lying on the bathroom floor or stuck in bed, wondering, when did I get this weak? According to U.S. News Health, sarcopenia can begin as early as age 50. By the time you hit 70, you could lose up to 30% of your muscle mass. That's like losing 1 out of every 3 steps you used to take without thinking. But here's what I want you to know. As a doctor who's treated thousands of older Americans over the past 5 decades, you can stop it, you can reverse it, and you can live stronger starting today. If you've ever struggled to get out of a chair, if your legs cramp at night, or if you've said to yourself, I'm not as strong as I used to be, type 1 in the comments. And if you haven't felt it yet, type 0. Either way, I want to hear your story, because this fight is yours and you're not alone. You're losing muscle without knowing it until it's too late. Here's the problem with sarcopenia. It doesn't start with a fall. It doesn't start with a walker. It starts with something much quieter, like skipping your morning walk, avoiding the stairs, or needing both hands to push off the couch. That's sarcopenia, a silent condition that causes your muscles to waste away, slowly, dangerously. According to U.S. News Health, sarcopenia often begins around age 50, and by age 70, many older adults have lost as much as 30% of their total muscle mass. That's like carrying 1/3 less power in your legs, 1/3 less stability in your hips, 1/3 less protection against a fall that could change your life forever. But here's what makes it so dangerous. It doesn't hurt at first. It's not like arthritis or sciatica. It just makes you slow, then weak, then dependent. You start avoiding walking on grass. Then you skip church because the parking lot feels too far. Then you stop bathing alone, not because you're lazy, but because you're scared of slipping. Let me tell you about Walter. He was 72, retired mechanic, tough guy. Came into my clinic complaining of nighttime leg cramps and just feeling stiff. We did a simple chair stand test. How many times can you stand up and sit down in 30 seconds? He only did 5. A healthy adult his age should be able to do at least 12. And right then, I knew this wasn't just aging. This was muscle loss, and it had been happening for years without him knowing. Let me be clear. You don't have to fall to be in danger. You just need to lose enough strength, and suddenly, things that used to be automatic become risky. Stepping into the shower, carrying laundry, reaching up to grab a bowl from the top shelf. According to Mayo Clinic, sarcopenia doesn't just affect strength, it increases your risk of fractures, hospitalization, and even early death. Think about it. What happens when your legs can no longer support you? What happens when getting out of bed becomes the first challenge of your day? That's not just getting old. That's your body saying, I'm running out of muscle. Tell me in the comments, have you noticed any changes in your strength? Do you find yourself avoiding stairs, leaning on furniture, or getting tired faster than before? Your story might help someone realize they're not alone, and it's not too late to take action. The slow collapse. No one warned you about. Sarcopenia doesn't come with a siren. There's no warning bell. It doesn't shout, hey, your strength is slipping. No, it creeps in, silently, softly, while you're busy living your life. It starts with you holding the wall just a second longer. It continues when you start avoiding the stairs, just this once. Then comes the part where you stop bending down, not because you can't, but because you're afraid you won't get back up. By the time you realize what's happening, you've already adjusted your life around your weakness. That's the trap. Sarcopenia doesn't just weaken your muscles, it rewires your brain to adapt to your limitations instead of fighting to reclaim your strength. You stop walking as much so you lose endurance. You sit longer so you lose balance. You stop challenging your body so your body stops responding. According to U.S. News Health, adults over the age of 70 can lose up to 1/3 of their muscle mass if no action is taken. And Mayo Clinic warns that once muscle strength drops below a certain threshold, daily life becomes a risk zone even without any disease present. That's the quiet tragedy. You're not sick. You're not injured. But your independence is dissolving quietly. Let's talk about what that really means. It means needing a walker, not because of surgery, but because your legs just aren't strong enough anymore. It means being afraid to shower alone, not because of a heart condition, but because you know that one slip could change your life forever. It means staying in bed a little longer each morning, not for rest, but because getting up feels like climbing a hill. This is not just physical, it's emotional, it's psychological. When your body weakens, your confidence goes with it. You stop doing the things you love. You lose your sense of control. You feel like you're fading into the background of your own life. This is the emotional weight of muscle loss. It's not just about strength, it's about dignity. According to the National Institute on Aging, sarcopenia is one of the leading contributors to falls, the #1 cause of injury-related death in adults over 65 in the United States. Every 11 seconds, an older American is admitted to the emergency room for a fall. Every 19 minutes, one of those falls proves fatal. But here's the part that keeps me up at night as a doctor. Most of those falls could have been prevented, not with more medication, not with surgery, but with stronger legs. When you lose muscle, you don't just lose strength, you lose stability. Your reflexes slow. Your balance suffers. You're one unexpected bump away from a disaster. And yet, so many people still say I'm just slowing down. It's part of aging. It's normal. But let me tell you clearly, as someone who's seen what happens when we ignore these signs, it's not normal, it's not harmless, and it's not inevitable. You are not supposed to feel unsafe in your own home. You are not supposed to fear walking across the living room. You are not supposed to wonder, every night, if I fall, how long will it take someone to find me? This is the silent erosion that no one prepared us for. Because we talk about heart disease, we talk about diabetes, we talk about memory loss, but no one warned us that the real danger might be in our legs slowly giving up while the rest of the world still thinks we're fine. So let me ask you, have you started avoiding certain rooms in your house? Do you find yourself planning your movements more carefully, not because of clutter, but because of fear? Have you stopped doing something you love, not because you don't want to, but because your body won't let you? These are not just lifestyle changes. They're warning signs. And the sooner we face them, the sooner we can start fighting back. Leave a comment below and tell me, what's the one thing you've given up or adjusted because of weakness? Your story might just open someone else's eyes. Yes, you can rebuild muscle one habit at a time. Here's the good news. Sarcopenia is not a death sentence. And muscle loss, with age, it's not inevitable. You're not too old, you're not too late, and you're definitely not helpless. According to U.S. News Health, the key to reversing sarcopenia lies in what you do every single day. No expensive pills, no complex machines, just 3 powerful weapons: movement, protein, and consistency. Let's break them down. Number 1. Move even when you don't feel like it. The most effective way to stop sarcopenia is simple resistance training. That means using your own body weight or light resistance to challenge your muscles. Harvard Health recommends doing resistance exercises at least twice per week, focusing on the lower body, thighs, hips, calves. But don't let that scare you. You don't need a gym. You don't even need dumbbells. You need this sit to stand from a sturdy chair, 10 repetitions. Heel raises, stand, hold on to a counter, raise your heels slowly. Wall push-ups, 10 reps every morning. That's it, 10 minutes a day. That's how you rebuild your foundation. Studies show that doing these 3 moves consistently for 8 weeks improves muscle strength by up to 30%. Even in people over 80. Mayo Clinic. Can you do that? Write strong in the comments if you're ready to commit. Number 2, fuel, eat to feed your muscles. Let's talk food. Most seniors are eating far too little protein and too much empty carbs. Toast and coffee is not breakfast. That's a blood sugar spike and zero support for your muscles. The National Institute on Aging recommends at least zero point 0.6 grams of protein per pound of body weight per day. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you need at least 90 grams of protein. That's a lot more than most people realize. Start with these 2 eggs in the morning, chocker 12 grams. 1 cup of Greek yogurt, sugar 20 grams. 3 ounces of grilled chicken, just 25 grams. A handful of almonds, sure 6 grams. Add it up, make it count, and most importantly, spread it out across the day. Your muscles respond best when they're fed regularly, not just one big meal at night. Drop a comment. What's your go-to protein source if you're not sure? Just type protein plan and I'll help you build one. Number 3, reset small changes that build strength. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight, but you do need to reset your daily habits. Try this muscle preservation formula walk for 10 minutes after breakfast. Do sit to stand before lunch. Stretch before bed, even just 5 minutes. These micro habits, done every day, train your nervous system, wake up sleepy muscles, and improve balance faster than you think. Consistency is the key, not perfection. Don't wait for motivation. Build a system and your system will carry you. Remember, one skipped walk doesn't ruin your progress, but skipping every walk for 30 days. That's how Sarcopenia wins. I want to hear from you. What's one action you're willing to take this week to protect your muscles? Post it in the comments. Let this be your first step, your commitment to yourself. In the next part, I'll tell you the truth about why most people quit and how to make sure you don't, because you deserve to stand strong. Not just today, but every single day ahead. The battle is not over, it's just beginning. If you're still watching, that tells me one thing loud and clear. You care. You're not someone who gives up. You're not someone who makes excuses. You're someone who's ready to fight back. Let me tell you something I've told hundreds of my patients. Muscle loss is not your fault, but your recovery. That's in your hands now. Because here's the truth. Sarcopenia doesn't win in one day. It wins slowly over months, over years while you're busy putting others first. While you're saying, I'm fine when you're clearly not. While you keep convincing yourself it's just age when it's really your body crying for help. But now, you've seen the signs, you know the science, and you've taken the most important step. You've acknowledged the problem. That's where the healing begins. Not with supplements, not with some miracle drug, but with courage and consistency. I know some of you are thinking, I've already lost so much. Is it even worth trying now? Let me answer that with every ounce of truth I have. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. You can rebuild strength. You can walk with confidence again. You can get up out of bed without fear and stand tall without needing help. But you have to want it, and you have to work for it. Not with hours at the gym, not with expensive treatments, but within 10 minutes in the morning, with that one extra egg on your plate, with that single moment each day when you say, I'm going to move. And the beauty of it all, your body remembers. Even after years of decline, it remembers how to grow. Muscle isn't gone forever. It's just waiting for your signal. So here's my question to you. Will you send that signal today? If so, I want you to do something simple but powerful. Comment below with the word rebuild. Not for me, for yourself. As a promise, a starting point. Because if you can type one word, you can take one step, and from there, it all begins to change. And if this message spoke to you, if it made you think about your future a little differently, then do not miss what's coming next. In the next episode of Dr. Muscle, we're going deeper. Doctor warns muscle loss and protein needs in older adults. This is the part almost everyone overlooks, even some doctors. We'll talk about why the average American over 60 is eating far too little protein. How that's speeding up muscle loss without you realizing it. The exact number of grams you need based on your body weight. And how to build a daily food plan that actually supports strength, not just survival. This next video could completely reshape how you eat and how you age. So don't walk away now. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join a community of people just like you, people who are fighting back one step at a time. And remember this isn't just about muscle. This is about power, about pride, about living life on your terms, not the terms of a disease no one ever warned you about. I believe in your strength, even if it's buried deep, even if it's been quiet for years, it's still there. Let's wake it up.